We're live. All right. Got to do this one in my car. Out and about today. Man, as always, though. As always, we're out and about. Let me go send this out to Alex. Boom. There it is. What's up, everybody? Uh-oh, we got EJ in the building. What's up? Upper class, hello. 26, hello. MSM Sports, hello. Dago, Pokemon, what's good? How's everybody doing on this fine Tuesday? Ella, how you doing? Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for hopping on. We're just waiting for Alex to come through. There he is right there. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. And... let's go, baby. How's everyone doing today? Appreciate you guys hopping on, spending some time with us right here. Slab Art, hello. Alex. Oh, you're in a dark room. There he is. What's up, dude? Man, I already talked to you twice today.
How you guys doing?
Like way too... I know. I don't know. Just trying to give these guys some information about our show, I guess, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to go over today that we kind of got to discuss. I'm excited for it.
It's an exciting weekend. We got White Labs for the very first time. Man, it's every time I go over there, though, I have to bring the wife because she likes the food. The food over there is delicious, man. It's insane.
Is it? I mean,
the sliders over there, what they do is they make the slider, but what Derek does is he puts the cheese on top and he torches it, so it has that nice little crisp to it. It's insane. I'm definitely breaking the diet when we go out there. So,
right. It's made to be broken. So let's just dive right into it. So I mean, for the people who are kind of new or haven't been with us at past shows, what are some of the things that you're looking for when you're going out? Because you're the one actively going out there and finding new locations for us. Like, what are some of the things that you're actively looking for?
And then just a good environment, a nice, comfortable space for people to go to. So it has to have like a minimum of 10 to 12, like I'd say a minimum of 10 tables that we can fit into the space. But really, I'm starting to see our local shows becoming more of a trade day for this White Labs one, because it's at 1 o'clock instead of at night. And that's really what we're trying to do. So it's just a good atmosphere, great beverages, good food, and just an overall like good place to be at, you know. And I think that's what sets these local shows apart. Yeah. Obviously, we have certain criteria that we need to hit. We want it to be just less than a mile away from the freeway, so that way it's convenient for anyone that's traveling to the show. We're also looking for just a good partnership that we can do on a monthly basis, and White Labs was kind enough to give us the last Saturday of every single month going forward, and hopefully we can keep that relationship good for them. So, and it's just
I know, I'm excited. I love the momentum that we've seen with these satellite shows.
Sold out.
You know, I feel like it's like really you're seeing people get their feet wet a little bit, which I think is just really good, not only for the show space, but for the hobby. You know, seeing your sons, like watching your son set up and kill it was really cool, you know, and I actually opened my eyes to the potential a lot of these guys who come to the show normally, but wouldn't even think to set up or get a table.
It's like a low cost, you don't have to overthink it. It's not a big, massive show. It's like you said it perfect. It's just a way to get your kind of feet wet as a vendor. And we've noticed a lot of our vendors that tried out our local shows will end up booking our bigger shows. So it works out perfectly. And this is like their practice round before our regional show or our show.
That's what we got to do. We got to make a list of first-time vendors at each Union Marketplace show.
Yeah,
There's been so many major names in the hobby now that set up for the first time at a Union Marketplace show. And to see them like set up, you know, later on down the road at, you know, these bigger shows and watch their evolution. It's just people in the industry is just really cool. I know
I'm going to go to White Labs hungry, and I hope you do too. because I'm gonna be eating. I'm gonna eat some
I'm always on.
pizza, and I'm also gonna eat some of those sliders for sure. That's the two go-tos for me, and it's just gonna be a good time for sure. Yeah. Well,
For sure.
oh,
So what do you
bro.
think about that
Yeah,
Lakers
like
win
I put
last
the
night,
kids to
dude?
sleep. It was perfect. I got to yeah, just hang out and watch that overtime win. So that was awesome to be able to see them pull that through, especially that last call with Dylan Brooks fouling LeBron James. It couldn't cap it any better than that, right? It was like the one to seal it was against Dylan Brooks, which made it feel even better. So loved it. What do you think?
For real, couldn't happen in grandiose fashion. I don't know, man. There's a lot of like pros and cons. I watch the game and I try to like really analyze it. Like AD, I'm not sure what type of player he is. Uh, I think he scored. I don't even know if he scored
He
10
scored, I
points
think he
last
scored
night.
11. But
I'm
I
not
mean,
even
dude,
sure,
you got
but
JJJ, who's the best. He got Defensive Player of the Year. Uh, and it was cool.
yeah.
Like leading scorer last night was what's it called? Reeves, right? That was pretty cool to see. So yeah.
Reeves, man, he's been absolutely just such a crucial part of that Lakers team. And I'm not gonna lie, you watch the dude, and you're in the very beginning when I first
Little
watched him, I'm
geeky.
just like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I don't know if this dude can ball on that level, but he's
absolutely.
proved to be a vital point of that Lakers team, and he's always making the right
Oh,
decision, and he's crafty with the
yeah,
ball,
yeah.
dude.
He
He's fun to
can drop
watch.
some people for sure. But
I guess he
I
scored
know.
like 72 points in a
Man.
high school
Yeah,
game or
well,
something like
he's
that.
good. So hopefully we can keep him for next year. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I was stoked with the win. They got it through overtime, regardless of how close it was. As long as they win in the end, that's all that matters to us, right? So, super stoked with that.
Mm,
But yeah,
yeah. Brooks didn't even want to do his press conference.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
It means we
He
played
did
well.
great. Good job, Brooks. You poked the bear. That's what you get. So
Yeah, that's on
yeah,
him, right? That series is
exactly.
on you,
All right. So
Brooks.
what do we got? Oh, EJ is asking us, how about display cases to protect slabs? That is a good topic right now. So our local show is coming up. And one thing that we always want to offer to our guests are our display cases. And it is important to make sure that your cases or your slabs, your inventory is kept safely. We're expecting anywhere from 150 to 200 people to show up. And with your cards kind of just being out in the open, you could easily get them stolen. And, the last thing that we want is for that to be a consistent thing to happen at our shows. It happens. We'd be lying to you if we said that it never happens. That thing happens not just to our show, but every single show out there. So um, the importance of understanding the like how to protect your cards and that we're offering these display cases for a reason. Make sure that you guys, if you are a vendor, keep that in mind, and we'll make sure that that theft is something we'll try to keep that at a minimum.
And not only that, too, I think it's just aesthetically a lot more pleasing to walk up to a table that has a display
Oh yeah,
case. They look like they're ready to go. Um, that added on with some signage and table linens, it's just kind of the complete package. And that's something, again, if you're new, it's not something you're super familiar with. You're just wanting to sell
yeah.
your cards. I think that's your main focus. But obviously, protecting your cards and your inventory is a big part of that. So we're going to continue to push display cases, not
Every
only at our shows, but every show out there. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. It's a safe thing to do. Smart,
Yeah,
and you're
maybe,
protecting your
well, I don't
inventory.
know, down
So
the line,
uh,
just because we do want to care about that, so maybe we'll throw out a package or something like that where it includes a display case or something. So we'll figure. Yeah,
yeah, I wouldn't be
absolutely.
opposed to
Like
that. I think we
again,
should do
our
that.
biggest thing is to make sure that the overall experience is good, and it would suck to have a $5,000 day, but then lose two cards that are worth $1,000. It's like that we don't want that happening often, or at all. So if we could do anything to prevent that, then let's try to do that and apply it. Yes, sir. How's
Absolutely.
Street Team? Look, we got the interviewer over here. We
Absolutely.
should just bring EJ on board so that way he can keep us on track.
I thought EJ was going to be on this week. Alec, how is the street team? And what's my favorite area this week? I love them all, dude. I love them all equally. They're like my children. And honestly, it is really cool to get out there in Temecula and speak to these people. I mean, Temecula is such an up and coming city. And I guess it's been up and coming for a while, but it's just there's so many people and so many businesses, so many youth sports programs. You're really able to get in there and make an imprint and let people know what we're doing. I think that's the biggest thing. Not only making the connections and figuring out like what can we do for them? Like what can we do from the union marketplace standpoint to help your business? It's not a one-sided thing, but honestly, it's been really cool to get out in Temecula, talk to these older collectors, or collectors, or some of these parents that have kids that are into collecting, and just kind of let them know what we're doing, inviting them out, and they're really excited to see. To see the reception has been really cool because you walk into some of these businesses and you never know what to expect, who you're going to meet, who you're going to talk to. So really being the face of the union marketplace. And really putting the hobby on my back, it feels like sometimes, because I'm not just talking about the youth marketplace, I'm talking about cards, talking about your experience with cards, my experience with cards, some of the things that are going on in the industry. It feels good, and there's a lot of value in that, and I think the union marketplace takes a lot of pride in us.
I mean, that again, so, just going back to our last event back in Del Mar, March, which feels like it was ages ago, but that was only 3 weeks ago. Or 4 weeks ago, but having that show and the power of the street team. I mean, 30% of the people that attended our last show has never been to a show before, which is wild to me. So, yeah, and that was just us telling people. So imagine now if everyone can kind of get involved in that. I know Ultimate Pastime, Mark, our hero, just hopped on here. And this guy Mark is the guy that does it all. I mean, he's the one who kind of inspired us to get out there in the community and talk about cards, a hobby and a community that we love and enjoy and want to grow. So don't be shy about it.
Yeah, Mark is a walking, like for people who don't know what street team means, we use that term loosely because we're real familiar. Yeah. Mark is a walking street team. Everywhere he goes, he's discussing the hobby, discussing different components about it, from the simplest things to the most complex things this dude knows. So I think everybody can really, if everybody can just be a little bit mindful, you don't have to go out and, push the hobby on anybody. But if you can go out and speak about it with conviction and have fun with it, it's like
and I know I am for sure. Like every time I go to the barbershop, they're always asking me about cards now. It's kind of cool. So it's just always talk about it. If you want this thing to never go away, and if you want to get stronger, the only way we can do that is if all of us start talking about it. So, Alex.
It sounds so cliche, but it is the truth. And, there's a lot of weight that's carried when you walk in and, speak about the hobby, 20 years later from someone who was into it, like, 20 years ago. I think people are starting to realize that there's a lot of money to be made. And obviously that's a great thing. It's going to be a huge driver for a lot of people. But there's definitely more than that. There's a lot of,
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that we get out of it, the biggest thing, like the most common thing that we hear is the nostalgia behind cards. And, like you said, everyone has collected at one point, whether if it is Pokemon, sports cards, or whatever it may be, stamps or coins. But there's a sense of nostalgia when you say collecting cards, and that's the part that we want to spark up again with everyone and let them know that it's okay. Like I remember in 2017, I was that guy that was ashamed of it. Like I would go to Walmart and buy a bunch of random things and then hide a blaster box in there because I didn't want the cashier to think I was already in my 30s buying cards. Like, who are you buying cards for? And it's kind of cool now that you don't have to hide it. You can actually be proud of it now. So, yeah, definitely. Like the street team is something that doesn't have to be done just by us, should be done by everybody. Like my guy, DQ guy.
I agree. And that's one of the the things I'm really excited about, kind of jumping into the next thing, is Fanatics. Like they have such a stronghold on, dealing with these major sports teams from the NBA, NFL. They already have deals with them, and everyone's kind of concerned and worried about what the future holds. But this is a company that's very well aware how to market. They're very well aware how to make things cool. And I think that those are all great things to be brought into the hobby, to kind of put it on that grand scale. And you know, that's for me. I'm trying to look at it like not being inside the hobby when I look at those kinds of things. And I'm really excited to see some of the changes that they make. You know, they obviously just acquired Tops. They purchased Tops for I think 500 million. So I think we see the rollout of Tops NBA product, and it's going to be
Can't
real
wait for
interesting to
that. It's
see the
coming
things
up
that they're
quick.
doing.
Mark says, "Buy what you like." Come on, let's go. That's it.
Buy
And
what
that's
you
all I've
like.
been
It's
doing
true. You
lately.
can't go wrong.
I
You
was
buy
up
what you
until
like.
two
You
o'clock
cannot go
last
wrong.
night, just going on eBay looking for things that I like, and I'm still on that kick, and it's fun. I still enjoy my eBay, what's it called, purchases it's like a mystery bag that I get every single time, which is kind of a bad thing because that just means I
Mm.
buy a lot of stuff off of eBay. Because I don't know which ones are supposed to come,
Yeah, you
but
do buy a
don't
lot.
tell my wife, right? But anyways, yeah, I'm super stoked about that. And what's it called? It's buying
Yeah.
stuff is just always good. So always buy what you like, right? And yeah,
Always buy what you
I
like.
guess what's it called? EJ was asking for an update on Pachanga. We like to try to keep these TUM Talk Tuesdays under 20 minutes, so we got another 5 minutes here. So I'll just kind of cap it with the update for Pachanga, update for our upcoming shows. So you already know every second Saturday we have Wild Barrel. Every last Saturday is at White Labs now. So we have a show in San Marcos, we have one in Miramar Road, and we're looking for more. So if you guys are out there and you see a potential facility for us, and you know, breweries have been working well for us. So if you have any suggestions, slide in the DM, and I'd love to talk to them and see if we can build that relationship around your area. Uh, for
Sure.
Pachanga,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Always love feedback.
For Pachanga, we
Always
only
love
have two
feedback.
spots left on sponsorship row, so we're gonna have to start building out an additional space in case more people want to sponsor. We'll be releasing out who the sponsors were here soon or are soon. Alex and I just got off a call of another potential sponsor here. So we're working, guys. When it comes down to the tables, we're 55% full. This is going to be another amazing show. For us, we're really conscious about how many tables we put into the show, mainly because we want to focus on the success of our vendors and making sure that it's not a full-on just vendor-to-vendor show. We want it to be vendors swamped with a bunch of clients. So that is the goal. And yes, tables are still 225. Still 225. Oh, looks like Alex has gone. He's left the building. But yeah, tables are 225. They start at 225, and we have pristine tables at 275. And that's a price that's extremely affordable. We know that you guys will make your margin off of that, depending on how many people we bring. Our expected attendance for this, and there's no guessing anymore because we've done so many shows. We know we're going to bring in around 4,000, possibly 5,000 people to the show. Alex and my goal for this show is to bring in 6,000 people. And with about 160 vendor tables, it's you guys are going to get slammed. So that's the ultimate goal for us, is to everyone need an ice bath, at least for the vendors, after our shows. Um, in terms of entertainment, we're still trying to figure out the Pokemon tournament. I think that's something that we really enjoyed doing our last show. We want to make sure that Pokemon is a big feature of ours, because that's what draws in the kids. And we love bringing in the kids to our shows because it's the new generation of collectors that we want to try to attract. So bring in some more Pokemon people. So if you guys have anyone that is a Pokemon host or judge, please send them our way. That is in the Temecula area. Tabletop Tavern helped us out with our Del Mar show on our last one. They were amazing. Slim Rips and his community, they were amazing. So, we're looking for something similar up in Temecula. We're still working things out with Slim and with Tabletop Tavern to see if we could bring them up to Temecula. It's just it's about a, I don't know, 60, 70-mile drive for them to make it up there to host a tournament. So it might be a lot. So, but we'll see. We keep all our relationships tight. But as far as for the tables, room blocks. We're gonna have room blocks here pretty soon. We have that working now. It's a discount off of the current rates that you have at Pachanga. The nice thing is that we're still about 85 days away, so we locked them in at current dates. But we only reserved a handful amount. They only allowed us to reserve a handful amount. So Once those links are up, make sure you take advantage of them. All right. Ace Trading, what's good? How you doing, Mike? So aside from that, we're pumping. Alex, I believe, has well over 40 posters out there now. He has close to 2,000 flyers that's sent out all over Pachanga. Today, Alex is on his way to Miramar, promoting White Labs down there, building community relationships down there, and we're cranking away. Again, and I say this at every single broadcast that we make. If you guys are inspired to open up your own card show wherever you may be, even if it's in the same city, and you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate. Slide in the DM. We'd love to help you guys out and give you some of our wisdom that we've gained over the years of doing this, because that's what really the growing the community is all about, is to try to support each other, give each other some feedback, so that way you guys don't have to make the mistakes that we had. And if you do, at least you know how to kind of get out of them. So that is the goal for us. That is what we're doing. CNC, cards and content. Appreciate you for keeping us on check. I know Alex and I can get on these crazy tangents sometimes and just start talking out of nowhere. But thank you for asking the right questions and making sure that we're getting everybody on there. Oh, looks like Alex is back on right before we're signing off. Hold on a second there. And accept. There he is. He's back.
Sorry, you were boring me to death. I had to take a quick nap.
Ah, damn. All right. My bad. No, I was giving everyone else the final update, and said that I want to try to keep this under 20 minutes for everyone. Yeah. But if you guys have any questions, anything that you guys want to bring, any topics you want us to discuss during our TUM Talk Tuesdays, slide in the DM and ask us, okay?
Yep, for sure, guys. We appreciate you very much. Can't wait for the next show. Excited for Pachanga. Excited to grow the hobby, baby. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes, sir. White Labs Saturday, 1 o'clock to 5. We'll see you guys soon. Peace, everybody.
Appreciate you.